So you live abroad and you want to buy a property in Nigeria, whether it's a house or a parcel of land, and you are concerned about not falling into the hands of fraudsters, and you also do not want your relatives to, in quotes, swindle you. How do you go about it? This is what I'll be talking on this episode of the show. Stay tuned. Now, if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please ensure that you click the subscribe button right now. And when you do that, do not forget to tap the little bell close to the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever we post new videos. If you've subscribed already before, don't bother about tapping the bell or clicking the subscribe button. My name is Olisa Omera, and this is the Ask a Realtor show, where I answer all your real estate questions and I help you make safe and profitable real estate investments. Now, to the topic for this video. I've heard a lot of people who have bought lands in Lagos, and then they later found out that everything that they did was a facade. It was all, a smoke screen. They actually probably paid money to landowners or a real estate company or even a friend or a brother, and then they didn't get anything. Some of them even have said things like they sent money home for their relatives to build a property for them or buy a property for them, and they came back and found out that nothing was done. So how do you prevent such issues? Let's talk about the case of buying land first of all. If you want to buy land in Nigeria and you do not live in Nigeria at the moment, and you do not want to get scammed, that's the word, get scammed, how do you go about it? First of all, you need to, of course, identify the land you want to buy, and to help you in identifying the proper land to buy, you need to talk with a professional realtor like myself. When I say a professional realtor, you need to understand that this person knows what they are talking about, this person knows what they are doing. That's the first step. Then you also need to identify who you are buying the land from. Is the land going to be bought from an individual, a family, the people we call the Omoniles, or are you going to be buying from a real estate company? As always, I would advise that you buy from a real estate company. Then, one very important thing that you need to ensure is that you involve a third party. Now, this is very dicey, because when I tell people to involve a third party, the next thing they think about is I'll either involve my brother or I'll involve my friend. And I understand that some persons abroad want to buy properties in Nigeria, and they do not want their relatives or their friends to know that they are making this transaction. I understand that, but it is very important that you involve a third party. Now, it can happen like this. It's possible that your brother or your friend is a realtor. For instance, let's say you are my friend and you want to buy property from me. It's okay to trust me, fine, I understand. But it is better to involve a third party. Say you have a friend who is a realtor or a real estate agent, and you want to buy a property through him. He's the realtor representing you. It is not good practice to just send money through your friend, not involving any other person. A better way to do this, a better practice, is to use that friend as a realtor and involve a third party, probably your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, another friend. The idea behind this is this other person will be there to checkmate, your realtor or your friend who is your realtor in this case. This other person will be able to checkmate whatever is happening within the transaction. So if one of the documents is not right, this person should be able to tell you, of course, it's always better hearing from this source and hearing from this source than hearing everything from just one source. So if Mr. A tells you that yes, he has a governor's consent, and Mr. B confirms that yes, it has a governor's consent, then you know that you are right. But if Mr. A says it doesn't have a governor's consent, and Mr. B says it has a governor's consent, then there is a problem, and you need to pause and ensure that that problem is solved first. Another thing is, if you are dealing with a realtor, and your brother, for instance, tries to inflate the price, because it happens all the time in Nigeria here, you can always confirm from the realtor what the exact price is, so you don't get cheated on the transaction. Another thing is, you have someone on ground who you can work with to ensure that the documents for the property that you're about to purchase is correct. So one more thing is, you need to do your due diligence. You need to check the survey plan, you need to check the title, you need to confirm these at the land registry. And with a third party, you are always sure that you are going to get the job done correctly, because I doubt if two persons would want to swindle you unless they probably know from way back. Now, for people who want to build houses in Nigeria but they stay abroad, you see, it's common practice to just keep sending all the money to your elder brother, and you'll be there hoping that he's building the property, only for you to come back and find out that he either bought the land in his name and built it in his name, or he either did everything in his name. So like I said, there should be a third party. Yes, you can send money to one source and confirm to another source, probably a consultant or a building consultant, that I've sent money to this person for this. Now, let's say you send 2 million naira, and this person, the third party, is aware that you sent 2 million naira, let's say to buy rods or to mold blocks. Now, if in say 2 weeks, the person you sent the money to does not do what you want him to do, what happens? This other guy that you're paying, this other guy that is like the consultant, will confirm to you, you told me you sent 2 million naira, you told me that this is what the money was for, but this person has not done this thing that you wanted him to do. At that point, you know that there is a problem somewhere, that the person that the person who you're sending the money to is probably playing a fast one on you, and it's easy for you that way, because you can stop sending money immediately until he does what you want him to do. It's different from when you keep sending money, and when you think that the house has been built, you've sent up to 18 million, 30 million naira. You then find out that they did not build any house for you. You do not have any house, or the house was built and it's not in your name. So it's always good to ensure that you involve a third party in your transactions, especially when you are not on ground. Even if you're on ground, you see, if you're going to be buying a property, there's something called the deed of assignment. When you sign, there's always a space for a witness to sign. That witness is a third party. The witness might be your friend, might be your wife, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, anybody, but there's always space for a third party to be aware of the transaction. So ensure that you are buying from a reliable source, ensure that you do your due diligence, and most importantly, ensure that you involve a third party if you're not going to be on ground. These are the major points I have to answer this question. I hope I've been able to help someone, answer a few questions here and there with this topic. And then if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, like I said earlier, please click the subscribe button below. And I hope everything I have said makes sense. If it does, please type yes in the comment section below, and also ask me any questions you have in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.